Only two kinds of people can attain self-knowledge. Those who are not encumbered at all with learning. That is to say, whose minds are not overcrowded with thoughts borrowed from others. And those who, after studying all the scriptures and sciences, have come to realize that they know nothing. So long as one does not become simple like a child, one does not get divine illumination. Forget all the worldly knowledge that you have acquired and become as a child, and then you will get divine wisdom. For what is the use of merely listening to lectures? The real thing is practice. It is easy to talk on religion, but difficult to practice it. Common people talk bagfuls of religion, but do not practice even a grain of it. The wise person speaks a little, even though their whole life is religion expressed in action. Too much study of the scriptures does more harm than good. The important thing is to know the essence of the scriptures. After that, what is the need of books? One should learn the essence and then dive deep in order to realize God. So long as the bee is outside the petals of the lily and has not tasted the sweetness of its honey, it hovers around the flower, emitting the buzzing sound. But when it is inside the flower, it noiselessly drinks the nectar. So long as a person quarrels and disputes about doctrines and dogmas, they have not tasted the nectar of true faith. When they have tasted it, they become quiet and full of peace. Spirituality automatically leads to humility. When a flower develops into a fruit, the petals drop off on its own. When one becomes spiritual, the ego vanishes gradually on its own. A tree laden with fruits always bends low. Humility is a sign of greatness. All troubles come to an end when the ego dies. You speak of doing good to the world. Is the world such a small thing? And who are you, pray, to do good to the world? First, realize God. See God by means of spiritual discipline. If God imparts power, you can do good to others. Otherwise, not. The sun can give heat and light to the whole world, but it cannot do so when the clouds shut out the rays. In the same way, as long as egotism veils the heart, God cannot shine upon it. There are three kinds of love: unselfish, mutual, and selfish. The unselfish love is of the highest kind. The lover only minds the welfare of the beloved and does not care for their own sufferings. In mutual love, the lover not only wants the happiness of their beloved, but has an eye towards their own happiness also. It is middling. The selfish love is the lowest. It only looks towards its own happiness, no matter whether the beloved suffers weal or woe. The supreme purpose and goal for human life is to cultivate love. You should love everyone because God dwells in all beings. But although God is in all people are not in God. That is why we suffer. It is on account of the ego that one is not able to see God. In front of the door of God's mansion lies a stump of ego. One cannot enter the mansion without jumping over the stump. If you wish to be great, be lowly and meek. For great people have the nature of a child. But do not be small-minded. Do not pray for gourds and pumpkins.